God,
I
you
didn't know
weren't
what you
listening.
had an
Oh
intro.
my goodness. Hello, everybody. Hola, hola. Is it Wednesday?
I don't know what day
It's
it
kind of
is.
confusing me.
I'm
It
very
feels like it's
confused.
Wednesday having you here.
It does.
It's
And
a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day on the drive today. I'm so happy. I feel like we really needed some of that vitamin D because it was really rainy for a little while. But it's cold out there.
it is a little nippy.
But once you get walking and you're in the sun, it's actually really, really
Yeah,
nice.
it
We went and got some
keeps you
coffee.
awake
Yeah.
as you walk.
Yeah, it was good. So how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here today.
I'm so happy. This is your first time on my show.
Yes, well, I've been working.
Check that off the bucket list.
Yeah, just started taking Sundays off, so Kush Queen snapped me up right away.
Right away. No time to rest.
I wanted to put it off and prepare, but no.
There ain't no rest for the wicked. So so before this, what were you usually doing on Sundays?
I can't tell you that.
Would you have
Next
to kill
question.
me? Would you have to kill me?
Oh, heavens, no. Just disable you in some way.
We need a button so you can
Yeah.
Next question, please. No, Should
Well,
I
I
get personal?
have been working every Sunday at my dispensary.
Which is
Cannabis Culture down on West Broadway.
nice. And how has that been going?
It's
You
been
guys have
going
been
really
open almost a year now?
well. No,
over a
just
year?
over a year.
Just over a year now.
Yeah.
How's that neighborhood?
It's magnificent.
Yeah, is
actually.
everyone friendly?
They are all very friendly. Our neighbors love us.
Yeah.
We have a massage parlor on one side and a barber shop on the other side.
Wow.
Yeah, and they love us. And,
That's cool.
oh yeah, we have a very nice shop. It's clean and nicely lit, and they were very happy to see that. And we have a tremendously friendly and fun staff.
Yeah.
So they like that too.
Well, doesn't Alyssa work there?
Alyssa does work with us, yes.
That
We're
kind of
thrilled.
cancels out. I'm just kidding. That means that it's extra friendly.
Yeah.
So we went for a walk and got some coffee, and we got to kind of check out Commercial Drive, my little
Proof.
neighborhood. How's your Starbucks, by the way?
It's all right.
It's all right. You know, I find people that didn't maybe start drinking coffee on Starbucks. Sometimes they don't really like Starbucks, I find. But I started drinking coffee at Starbucks.
There's a guy with a giant fucking thing of Folgers coffee in his hand.
Folgers. Is that what you drink?
No.
No.
I drink coffee from the Congo.
Do you drink coffee from the Master 3000?
Well, close. The Master 5000.
5,000. So what is this Master 5,000? Alyssa came in here just buzzing like, hey, how's it going, Katrina? So are we going to set up for the show right now? And I was like, whoa, what the hell's wrong with you? And she's like, I just had some coffee from like the Master 5,000. And I was like, what the fuck? Explain to me this.
I've entered the very secret world of super automatic espresso making machines.
Holy shit. This makes Starbucks almost irrelevant.
Quite frankly, it makes the best coffee I've ever had. Yeah. And I get to choose the beans and stuff and work with that. And
so you put in the beans.
yeah, you put the beans in one thing and the water in another, and you hit a button.
And it makes
makes espresso with nice creme foam on the top. And oh yeah, it's fucking crazy. But it's the most bizarre world. Bought the machine off Craigslist. I don't know, a guy out in Delta or some fucking thing went out there. Middle-aged, maybe a little older man than that. Beautiful apartment. Everything was black and white in the apartment. Everything.
Everything.
Yes. That was the only colors.
So he was insane.
Black and white.
Just kidding.
And then his cat came out.
Black and white. Oh my goodness. What are you
Oh, yeah.
This is like.
And we're looking around, and it was always very modern and clean. And but he loved this machine so much. He told us the entire story of how he acquired it some years ago, and he'd quit smoking. And his wife said that she would match his savings so he could save up to buy this machine.
Wow.
Oh yeah. showed
Kind of like how you're telling me the story of how you
Yeah.
acquired the machine because you love it so much.
Isn't that
cool, I
true?
love
We,
this.
and we
Yes.
laugh about that aspect of it all the time.
I love that.
So he showed me every detail, made us each a cappuccino, and then we paid
He
him.
made you a cappuccino with the machine that he was going to sell it to you with.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh yeah, just to show.
That is good.
Certainly to show
What'd you
that
call
it
that?
worked.
Good business?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
And good coffee.
I don't fucking baked.
So then we paid him for the machine. He did not even look at the money, did not regard it, didn't count it, didn't care. He was focused on this
All
machine,
on the machine.
leaving him. And I swear to God, the man kissed the machine before he put it
Fred,
in the box.
I'm using that for my show right now, hun. I'm like live right now.
Here, hold on to your coffee. But he kissed the machine before he put it in the box for us.
Just can't stand some people. Sometimes it's a headache. So he kisses it, puts it in the box, and gives it to you. Now, do you think he was getting like maybe the 7,000 or something, and that's why he was giving it away?
Well, no, he did have a new machine that somebody had given him, he said. So he had no use for this one anymore.
So how?
So when we brought it home, first day, we sent him a picture of it in our kitchen. So he knew that it was home and safe.
And did you get the most excited text
he was thrilled to know. And then 2 days after that, we texted him and said, we think we're developing a relationship with the machine.
Oh, my goodness.
And he says, yes, you will.
Well, Alyssa tried the machine for the first time today. Alyssa, how do you feel? After you've tried the machine? Perky. That's a good answer. I like that.
Oh, yeah, a couple small copies to keep you going for a while. But what happened then is a few weeks went by and the Master 5000 broke down.
Oh, no.
So, it's just fucking weird. There is a place to fix it called Genius Coffee. So
its own
way out in Port Coquitlam somewhere. So you got to drive way.
It's crazy that they get so technical with coffee machines.
So you take it out there, and a guy comes out with a special cart, puts it on the cart, wheels it into the place that's full of super automatic espresso makers waiting to be repaired.
Oh my God!
And a sign that says, "We don't look at machines worth less than $200."
Oh.
So arranged to have it left to be repaired. And of course, then they say to you, so you're going to need coffee in the meantime.
Well, yes.
And of course,
why,
you
yes,
say yes.
Thank you for realizing my dilemma here.
So then they pull out the DeLonghi Magnifica.
The DeLonghi Magnifica. Wow.
Wheel that out to the car and rent this to you while the other one's being repaired. Right?
And it's what? Way better than the other machine?
It is quite
Obviously,
a bit better.
of course. They want you to buy it.
So, and we knew that instantly, right?
God.
That this was the whole trip, right? And laughed about how.
But at least you didn't get suckered in, because from what I hear, you still have your Master 5000.
Well, used the Magnifica for a while. Beautiful, quiet. It's a lovely machine. But then the day comes, they call and they go, Master 5000's fixed.
So now you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Now
So we go and get that.
Yeah.
And you bring it home and you go, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's as good.
Is it as frothy?
Is it louder? I don't know. Is it and you begin to feel embarrassed for questioning the Master 5000 because you didn't before. It was the most crazy thing you'd ever seen in coffee, like you've never, and now you're going, I'm not too sure if I like it.
Just analyzing every cup.
Yeah. So eventually,
I can finally do my dab.
Eventually, we phone them and say, so, what if we wanted to say upgrade?
Oh, it's not allowed, is it?
Oh yeah, it's allowed. You bet.
But it's probably a fuck of a lot of money.
So I said to them, well, what about the Magnifica? Is there any of those around? And they said, well, there is. The very one that you rented.
Oh my God. It's all a ploy.
Oh
This
yeah.
is all a ploy.
Of course it is. And it's one magnificent ploy that they've got
Genius
going
Coffee.
on.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Genius Coffee. Well, pretty genius plan, actually, if you think about it.
Well, we're having them refurbish the Magnifica. And then we're gonna haggle over the price.
You're gonna do the swapperoo, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think so. Or maybe run them both. That's my coffee world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my coffee world just consists of going to Starbucks. That's about it. I like it though. It's fun.
Here's the
Get
thing
to
about
know the people that work there. It's like, whatever.
Well, here's the thing about coffee though. Everywhere in the world that good marijuana comes from, Colombia, Mexico, Thailand,
Good coffee comes from
Hawaii, Jamaica, good coffee comes from, without fail. Africa, all through Africa, Kenya, Congo, right? There's some connection between the two plants.
Do you think so?
Oh, absolutely. Either naturally or brought together by humans. They knew that maybe you can't smoke this all day if you don't have some keep you awake a little bit.
This is very true.
Right?
Very true.
And without fail, the conditions.
Well, caffeine isn't necessarily bad for you. It's way society drinks it now, I think, is what's bad. The sort of latte version of things, just all that milk or all the cream and all the sugar, the pumps of this and the pumps of that. And it's just like you're kind of drinking candy now instead of having a coffee.
True enough.
So, and it's true, man. I hear it all the time. I'm like, there's no, like, I know someone, I'm not going to name names, that drinks like one decaf and then like pump this, pump that, pump this, pump that. And it's like, okay, it's decaf too, so there's no caffeine. So you're drinking candy. Yeah. And there's like, it doesn't even taste like coffee at this point. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, I love my coffee. Years ago, somebody gave me a coffee bean grinder. This was before Starbucks existed.
Yeah.
And in Vancouver here, there was no place to buy coffee beans. You came to this neighborhood, in fact, this very section of the street to the Italian people who were here, and that's where you bought coffee beans. And so I actually researched coffee and tried to understand that world and find out about it before.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot to it. Yeah. So, it can be very overwhelming.
I'm not so much a connoisseur, but just addicted.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Honestly, me too.
I gotta say, in my experience, Starbucks is the strongest coffee in the fucking world, though. When it's brewed for you, holy cow. I can drink that espresso all day long, and this stuff's gonna make me shake.
Yeah, sometimes I feel it. I don't know. Maybe you guys can see it on my show, but sometimes I'm just like, like my insides are going like. I'm just like trying to contain myself for the show. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do a dab. Do you want one?
I brought some dabbage material.
So, Greg, how long have you been a part of Pot TV?
Well, since the very first day that it went to air. And that was.
You've been there since day one.
Since day one, yeah.
Since day fucking one. And when was that?
That was in the year 2000. September-ish, I think. So 18 fucking years. We all lived on the Sunshine Coast in those years. We'd gotten tired of being raided by the cops, so we all got the hell out of town for a while and did it all up there. And Mark had a lovely house in Gibson's. And he called up one day and he said, hey, we're going to do this live broadcast on the internet. Come on down. So we were in the basement of his house and
That's where it all started.
Went live on the internet. Yeah.
In the basement of Mark's house.
Yeah.
On Gibson's.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. I didn't know that.
It was really cool.
So how did it start? Did it start like with video? Was it just audio?
Well, in those years, the internet was very slow.
Right.
So for the recipient, it was going to be audio.
Right. So you guys would did you have a name for the show?
Yeah, we all sat around and we all said, well, we should all do shows. What do you want to do? Who wants to do what? And so I was selling seeds with Mark at the time. So I chose to do a show about growing marijuana. So I called it The Grow Show.
The Grow Show. And
then we all chose aliases thinking that this would somehow protect us from any wrongdoing.
Right.
So I just chose Marijuana Man.
I like that.
And off we went. Chris Bennett did shows, Malmo did a show, Dana Larson did a show, host of other people.
So all of the, I don't want to say pioneers, but for lack of a better word, because I'm a stoner right now. So basically all the pioneers of our cannabis industry were once doing a show and started out on Pot TV, trying to play out, doing their version of being an activist.
Yeah.
Right? That's super cool. Like, I had no idea Dana did a show and Malmo did a show. I know Malmo had his museum.
Malmo did a show called High Society.
High Society. I like that. I like that.
Dana had a show called We. This got me.
Sorry.
Weedy Wednesdays.
Weedy Wednesdays, High Society, and Grow Show.
Chris Bennett had a show. I can't remember the name of his off the top of my head, but oh yeah, it was magnificent. And we were the very first internet address to do live broadcasting on the internet in history.
Wow, that's so cool.
I think it was certainly the first pot-related one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all. I feel like even to this day, there are still people who are scared to admit that they smoke pot. So it's like, of course, no one's going to do a show.
Again,
broadcast live.
On my very first show, we had no idea. She's just sitting here doing something like this in the basement, but we had phone lines and asked people to call in, and they did. And you went, "Oh my God. Like, really? You're watching this?" And it blew us away
that's really cool.
We could do something like that.
That's super cool. So when did your audio, so kind of almost radio sort of showy kind of thing, when did that turn into video for you guys?
Well, I don't know.
Is that when you and Al sort of hooked up together?
No.
Or did that become...
Yeah, the internet,
were by yourself
the internet
for a while?
had not caught up to that technology yet, but it did. I don't know how long it took for that, but it wasn't very long before we were able to stream pretty good stuff. I used to do the show. I lived on a boat up in Secret Cove.
Secret Cove?
Yeah, and I used to do the show off the boat, and I'd videoed.
That's so cool, a live show from a boat.
Well, it wasn't really live. It was live to tape, and that's kind of how that really started. We weren't doing it so much live as that everybody would tape their show,
pre-record it, then put it on. Well, like you said, the internet hadn't caught up with that yet, so that's kind of how you had to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
So it was way fun. I traveled all over the world and made shows. Australia, Jamaica, Amsterdam.
That's so cool.
Did shows from everywhere.
That inspires me. I want to do that with my show.
It was way fun.
I want to take Kushi's show on the road. Take you guys with me.
And even computer technology was fucking sad. I used to do my show on this laptop. And what I'd have to do is I'd shoot the show with a camera. And then I would have to take very small pieces of that and upload it and edit it.
Yeah.
And then download it to a master tape. And it took fucking
a long time.
Hours and days to do it. Oh, yeah, it was nuts. But it was fun. Way fun.
It was worth it.
And, People are actually watching, and that's really fucking cool. It's hard to imagine when we're sitting here, but people all over the
I
world,
know.
all over the fucking world.
I know. I think it's so cool. I really do.
I was in Amsterdam one time in the middle of the night. I was the only guy on the street. It's kind of a round street. And as I was walking along, another guy comes around. And that's okay, but he walked right up to me, like right to my face. He says, "You're a marijuana man. I want to shake your hand." And he did and walked away
I
in the
love
middle of the
that.
night.
I just love that. And
You
you're
go-
like, and you're where?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Yeah. It blew me away. And he's actually, I saw him again.
And mind you, this is before social media too, right? This is before Instagram and Snapchat and even
Yeah.
Facebook probably, right? Like this is before.
There's more MySpace.
Yeah, it's like that's so
more
cool.
stone tablet. So yeah, it was. We had a lot of, and then Mark kicked down a lot of money to Pot TV and built wonderful studios in the store downtown, where the Urban Shaman is, and the other side of that was all open with a staircase to go downstairs, and Pot TV was there, and studios were right there behind glass, and
Wow.
oh yeah, it became quite a big thing. Chris Bennett took it over and began to manage it, and fuck, there was several employees, and we were doing many shows, and it was a blast.
The history of Pot TV.
But
That's what today's show is all
It
about.
cost a fortune then. We had to pay to use the internet streaming.
Yeah.
Not like today where you don't, right?
Yeah. Well, you pay, but you pay like a package. It's different. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can upload anything to YouTube for free, right?
Oh, you mean you had to pay to?
For anyone to stream our show, we had to pay.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, millions.
Really?
Might have been a couple $1 million. I can't remember how much money that he spent, but it was very expensive.
Just on.
And we eventually had to stop doing it, and that was about the very time that YouTube emerged.
Yeah.
Just so that anyone could do a show from anywhere, anytime, for free.
I think that's really cool too, because I feel like as soon as that happened, like so many useless but also non-useless talents were discovered in different ways. Like it's,
Yeah.
you know what
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean? Like
Oh, yeah.
people
It's
discovered funny people and very talented people and
Yep.
all these things. And it's like the higher the views, the better. And now on YouTube, if you get a certain amount of views, you get money from it.
You get paid.
You get paid. You ain't got to pay nobody. You get paid. It's like, wow, that's so fucking cool. I love that.
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, Pot TV.
Right?
So I've done thousands of shows. I don't know how many.
Oh, I would love
Never
to try to
kept
figure
track
out the
of them.
number of shows that you've done.
But I
Ev,
did.
can I get some rolling supplies, please? Just a grinder.
But it started out really just trying to teach people how to grow weed. What?
There's a little tray on you.
Yes, I know.
It's okay. I'm just going to use this.
Oh, you want the tray?
No, I'm good.
No. No, it's sloppy here today. We're
Yeah, man.
just bending the neatness curve.
Oh, I love it.
No, it was fun, getting to teach people how to grow weed. And in fact, just 2 days ago at the shop, a guy came in and he said, "You're marijuana man." He said, "I watched you way back in the day." He said, "You taught me how to grow weed."
Oh, that's fucking
From
cool,
that
man.
very show, right?
That's
So
fucking cool from the Grow Show.
many people. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I really enjoy doing the shows. I think it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool. So how did were you by yourself until Al, or was there any other co-hosts that you kind of went through
No.
in your journey, or did all of a sudden you and Al just
Yeah, I don't even know
say,
how
you know
that
what,
happened.
you got to be on the show, man, every day or every week?
No, he begged me week after week to be on, and I said, "No, I don't think you're ready." No, I never had another co-host, but until Al,
Yeah.
and I'm not too sure when that happened or even why.
Or even not. It just happened. The
And
universe.
Yeah, and well, but Al and I,
Obviously, we're
Al
friends
the
before.
Alchemist,
Yeah.
is on our other show. Yeah, he and I click pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we make each other laugh and can make jokes anytime you want. So
Right?
it's way fun.
I'm gonna do this
And
one thing.
What are you gonna do?
Get out of your hair.
Oh, is it in my hair? Just kidding. Sorry, guys. It's crazy today. Have you seen it? It's got a mind of its own. It's very, very voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
um, so when Al got onto your show, was Al already doing his own show? Because Al had a show on Tuesdays.
No, I think that came along
That
a little
came
later.
along
Yeah,
after.
after he,
You
after I said,
you
I
sh-
think you're ready.
you showed him his personality, didn't you? That's right.
Well, no, I don't. I'm not too sure if he'd ever had much experience doing stuff like that, but he took to it quite nicely.
Oh yeah, he's
Then he
great.
had class in session for a while. And
Yeah.
did a bunch of great things there, and oh yeah, it's way fun. What the heck? We do it all for free. Well, at least I do. I've never been paid for anything on Pod TV in all these years. I don't think, but the Mark would send me to fucking Australia and stuff. But
You're like, there's my payment.
yeah,
Experience. Wow, Australia.
Mark came to me one day and he said, "Greg, I want you to go to Australia and try their weed." I
Well,
said,
that's
okay, I'll do that.
Fine. I think I'm ready.
Yeah. Do you think I'm ready, boss?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a long flight.
It is a long flight.
Yeah, that's about as long as I ever go without weed is during an airline flight.
Without weed or without smoking weed? Because you probably, eat it and
No, I don't eat it.
put it
Never.
in
I just go
different
without it.
places. You can put it all the places. I don't know. That's not,
Different places. He's like,
that I didn't mean it that way. I just
or were you not carrying it with you?
But on one flight, actually, from Boston to Amsterdam, we smoked joints at our seats.
What?
No shit.
No way.
Way.
Tell the story. I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Well, this would be probably 1979 or something like that. There was this flight out of Boston to Amsterdam that was $99. And KLM Airlines from Europe had put on a similar deal coming to the United States for $99. And what had happened then is because Pan Am put on this other deal, all the people who had come from Europe and had traveled around were now trying to get home, plus all of these other people trying to get in on this $99 deal.
Yeah.
And they were taking everybody's money, but it was going to take some time to actually get out on a flight.
Right.
So there was hundreds of hippies trapped in the airport. So, clothes were up on the fucking mezzanine and people had guitars and wine and we smoked weed outside. And eventually when you got on the plane to go, it was just those people. So that party just continued into the plane. As soon as we took off, out came the guitars and the bottles of wine and the joints, and there was nothing they could do to stop us.
I love it.
It's like Woodstock.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it was, as it turns out, an extremely unique experience.
That's so cool.
In those days, you could smoke cigarettes, right? So not so unusual for people to smoke necessarily, but even like nowadays, oh my God, like
What? So nothing happened.
no.
They just let you smoke. Were they
they
freaking out?
frothed and threatened that when we get into Amsterdam, there'd be police. Oh, and there wasn't. And
Wow.
yeah,
That is so cool.
it was way funny.
What an experience.
That whole trip was a fucking crazy, crazy few days.
I feel like you'd only be
say.
able to tell that story nowadays on a private jet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's why the rich cats have private jets.
Right? No
That's-
kidding.
That's why Jim Carrey has a jet. So they can smoke weed while they're traveling.
You think Jim Carrey smokes weed while he travels?
Yeah.
I hope everyone smokes weed.
I'd love to smoke weed with him. That'd be fucking.
Yeah?
That'd be insane.
He's pretty funny.
He is.
He's very interesting.
Whether or not he's, I don't
Yeah, I think he's very interesting. I've been watching because for a little while the news was kind of like, oh, well, not the news, but social media kind of news was all like Jim Carrey's crazy, and like I was just watching so many different things, and I'm like, he's not crazy. I'm like, are you listening to what
he's
he's
not crazy.
saying?
Oh,
he's
no, not at
definitely
all.
not crazy.
He's
Just because he
very
has
smart.
something to say that you don't want to fucking hear. I love how people are just like, oh, that person's just crazy when they don't agree with it.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I don't know. Pot TV's given us the chance to hang with a few celebrities over the years too. That's always been fun.
Who'd you meet?
Oh well, Tommy Chong,
Well,
of
of
course,
course.
a number of times.
Number one.
Had Tommy on our show, on my show one day.
That's
And-
fucking cool.
Oh, it was an unfucking believable show.
Oh, best episode.
Oh yeah, Tommy was right there with us, and we had such a good time and talked about some deep shit too, and it was live, but never got saved, which was very unusual. It was one of the only shows that never got saved, and it was the broadcaster, I can't remember, live stream or whatever, who did the saving each time. So it's not like the button wasn't clicked kind of thing, but just happened that it didn't get saved.
Oh, that's
Which we thought-
crazy.
Yeah, we thought it was even cooler though, because you had to be there.
Oh, wow. Or
One
watching
time.
live, right?
Yeah, you had to be there.
You had to be there or watching live, or else that's it. Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. A lot of the musicians coming through town. One day I was invited to have lunch with Woody Harrelson. A bunch of us were going to have lunch with him here on the drive.
Here on the drive.
So
Wow.
I showed up at the restaurant. None of our gang had shown up yet, but there was Woody with two other guys, and he actually he knew me as Marijuana Man.
Well, that's cool.
So he introduced me to a long-haired guy named Mike, and he's a Marijuana Man. And he said, I want you to meet Flea from the Chili Peppers.
Nice.
Yeah. Which I thought was
Nice.
funny, using our two nicknames. Flea.
Flea.
So got
Flea, Woody, and Marijuana Man.
got to have lunch with those guys, and that was kind of cool. Partway through the meal, one of the girls leaned over to Mike and said, so are you a musician too? And he said, oh yeah. He said, we got a band called the Beastie Boys. And you go, oh, okay.
You're like, oh, so I'm just sitting with a bunch of cool ass motherfuckers right now. No
Yeah.
big deal.
Got to meet Tommy Lee
Nice.
from Motley Crue.
That's fucking cool.
Gave him some weed.
Did he smoke it?
He did.
Fucking right.
Not with me,
That's all right.
but
That's all right.
that was an unusual experience too that night. This was at Queen Elizabeth Theater. Tommy was in town with some other TV thing that they were doing where they chose a singer, and him and three famous rock stars went on the road with this kid.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what they were in town to do. It wasn't with Motley Crue. So there was a couple opening acts or whatever, and then Tommy's gig comes out, and every hot chick in the audience. We were actually backstage, so we could see every hot girl in the audience
Comes to the front.
comes to the front.
Yep.
So we were invited to meet him downstairs after the show. So we went down, empty room. So it's Emery, and there's about half a dozen of us, and so we fire up joints and stand around, and people come in with tables and drinks and snacks, and
Started to
people
set up.
begin filing, and then every girl from the front row came in. No shit, every one of them. And
All compiling in one after the other, one after the other. Oh, look at my little bean burrito. She's such a little bean burrito.
Yeah.
Like, look at her. Hi.
And those girls were actually very excited because of Mark. Oh, it's Mark Emery. And they came right over. All of them surrounded us,
Right?
and were smoking joints with us. And I'm going, wow, that's pretty good. We got all the hot chicks. So then Tommy
We
comes.
got all the hot chicks.
Yeah. And
I
Tommy
love
comes
it.
into the room, but now people stop him and start talking. It became apparent if you wanted to talk to him, you had to go to him now.
Right.
None of those girls did. Not one of them. They all looked, but then not one of them went over. It
So
was
weed kicks in.
kinda
You just
weird.
kind of want to
Yeah.
just chill out.
They
You're
were
just
just
like,
hanging with us.
"Nah, there could be another time I'll meet him. Whatever.
Yeah. But I went over and spoke with him.
Nice.
We had sent him some weed in the afternoon, and I had more of it, a branch of it that I said, oh, here. He sniffed and he said, oh, yeah. He said, that's the same weed I had this afternoon. He said, I don't think I can smoke anymore right now. But he was very, very nice fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, very polite and easy to talk to.
It's very interesting when you meet someone that you know from watching on TV or because you listen to their music.
Yeah.
And then you meet these people. You've created a personality for them already, what you think they might be like, and then you meet them. And sometimes you get
Yeah.
disappointed, and sometimes you're like, oh, they're even cooler than I thought.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're like, they're exactly what I thought they would be.
Yeah.
But I think it's always super cool to kind of just like, oh, whoa,
Yeah, it's fun.
get to know the real person.
We got to smoke with Be Real. Cypress Hill came in, sat in the office with us.
Nice.
Hits from the bong all afternoon. with him.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was really good. He was the best one to smoke with because he kept up with us.
Yeah.
Most of them can't keep up.
Nope. Most people can't keep up, to be honest, even with me.
No.
Everyone's like, I get so high when I visit you. Holy fuck. More high. And they're like, and I smoke weed with everybody that I hang out with, but for some reason I just get way more high when I come and see you.
Yeah.
Like, do you have special weed or something?
If we
No,
can.
not at all.
If we can, we don't stop smoking pretty much. Right?
Yeah.
There's always somebody else brings another joint or another one gets
true.
lit or
Even when I'm like,
just keeps
all right, I'm
going.
good. I'm just like, sit back and someone's like, dupe. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Working
Back
at the
on.
lounge all those years was like that. Just smoke constantly.
Yeah. That's funny
Seed desk too.
that you say that because that's kind of where our friendship evolved, was at the lounge.
Yep.
I was going through a big change in my life, and I was put on a medical leave at work, and I didn't have a job anymore, which was very strange for me because I've always been someone who likes to have a job and work for her money and keep busy. And this happened to me, and I lost my job, and I was like, well, what am I going to do? Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself every day. Like, I have every day off. This is crazy to me. Like, insane. So I was like, well, Greg works at the lounge, and I like to smoke weed all day, so I'll go and hang out with Greg. And so we started hanging out at the lounge and spending most afternoons hanging out while you were working. And then you were like, why don't you come be on the show? And I was modeling with Baked in BC then.
Yeah, didn't you come on first time
And
with
so I came on with them. So I'd already been on the show with them
Yeah.
at some point, which is why which is why I knew you. And so then you were like, why don't you come on the show on a Wednesday since you're not doing anything? And I was like, fuck, why not? It's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then I never left.
them? Never left.
Nope.
Couldn't get rid of
Couldn't get rid of me.
her.
Stayed for years.
No, it's worked out beautifully. I think the three of us have a wonderful chemistry, I believe. And,
Oh, totally.
It totally entertains me.
Oh, yeah. I get pretty entertained sometimes. Al's fucking hilarious. You are hilarious. Sometimes I don't understand your humor, though. I'm like, is he
Yeah.
joking? No, he's not joking. And then you laugh, and then I'm like, wait, is he joking?
It can be a little dry.
I was going to say, it's a very dry humor, but I love it.
Well, I lived in the Caribbean some years ago, and the local people, they haven't had much advantage in the world, so they're not nearly as sophisticated as people who aren't from there, right? And so I would make a joke that they didn't understand, but they'd go, "Oh, you can't trick me in that." All right, they'd be like that,
Oh.
right? When they didn't understand the joke. No shit.
You can't trick me.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
really funny. But if I made a fairly unsophisticated or, less complicated joke or whatever, they would, honest to God, be on the ground laughing. Yeah, it was way fun.
Oh, that's awesome. So when I first met you, you were manager at the lounge, at the
Yep.
CC Lounge. Is that correct?
Did that for
Yeah.
several. Is that correct?
Is that correct?
Yes, Mz Kush Queen, that is correct.
And then you've moved around a lot actually. Since then, you've moved to, well, not really, but kind of position-wise, I guess.
Oh, I've
You
done a
moved to
million
the-
things around that place.
Yeah, you did the seed bank
Yeah.
on the second floor.
Yeah. Worked with the seed bank, who's actually located here in this building.
That's correct. They're actually out front, which is lovely to have them here. We love it. 2137 Commercial Drive. Come and get your seeds and come get your butter.
Oh, no. Yeah, I started out a long time ago with Mark and the Seeds, and then I managed Pot TV actually for some time. Then we got busted, and they were just very kind to kind of invent some sort of job for me around there and give me enough money to live. And then we opened the lounges. I took that over. That was way fun. The lounges were cool. That's
Yeah.
where Alyssa came into the picture.
Yeah, that's where I met Alyssa.
Hired. Liked Alyssa so much, I've hired her twice.
The chick's so nice, you hire her twice. Like couscous. The food's so nice, they named it twice.
Now, we had a tremendous amount of fun at the lounge.
Yeah.
It was a brand new experience, pretty much. The lounge, or that kind of concept, started much smaller in the store. The back of the store became a very small lounge. 4 or 5 little tables and vaporizers, and you could smoke. But that didn't go on for very long until we were able to take over some space upstairs, and eventually took over the whole thing and had 2 floors going. And
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what I always loved the most about the third floor when I'd come visit you is on a sunny day, that skylight would
Oh,
just
yeah.
be so, it would just, the sun would come in and it would oh
Yeah.
man,
yeah, it was bright and sunny, and
it was
huge
such a
windows
nice
and a
feeling. Vitamin D is so
100-year-old
important.
building, crazy old building. And,
Very, very old building.
yeah.
And
Way
and that was when I used to smoke cigarettes, so we'd go out for cigarettes and just to look around, to be outside, like in between all the buildings like that, and
It's downtown.
yeah, man, so cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
So yeah, I think I had an office on every floor of that building.
Yeah.
In fact, at home, I have, using as my coffee table right now, is the original desk of Pot TV when it was first put together. Big giant.
That's pretty epic.
Which I used that piece of wood as my desk for several years after Pot TV was kind of
Yeah.
smaller. But oh yeah, cool, way fun. It's
Way fun.
Too good of a job to mess up or quit.
Well,
There's no, you work so hard at not fucking
do what
it
you
up
love and you'll
'cause
never
it's the
work a
best
day in your
thing.
life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, think about it that way.
It's been spectacular. Loved every single day of it, and still do. And can't believe that this is what it's been, right?
That's a great attitude to have.
And Mark was always quite an inspiration, right? He's very good at what he does when it comes to fucking retail. This boy knows how to fucking rock it.
Yeah.
And we did. And I don't know, he and I combined worked out pretty good too.
Yeah, totally.
After we got raided a few times, I don't know, we just did the seeds online. And I ran the office to do that, and for some 5 years, and all the phones and all this shit, and it was just fucking crazy, crazy busy. Phone
Yeah.
ringing constantly, like constantly, for I don't know, years.
Yeah.
And I was the only guy, right? So eventually I got tired of doing that, and so I said to Mark, I'm kind of tired of doing this. I said, what? I feel like selling seeds again at the store. And Mark is such a guy. People used to come to me and say, I got this idea I want to run by Mark. Do you have any advice? And I would say, well, two things are going to happen. One of two things are going to happen. He's going to make you cry, or your idea is going to start right now. Are you ready for either one of those?
Fair enough.
Anyway, I said, hey, I feel like selling seeds at the store. Okay, let's do it. And I was there the next morning.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's good.
And it just exploded.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. Get to switch it up here and there, and we were always able to make lots of money
Yeah.
to give to the cause.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And speaking of the cause and, protestables and stuff like that, you are going to be hosting 420 this year coming up
Yes,
with my lovely self, which is going to be so cool.
With you as the co-host.
Yes, I'm so
about
excited.
that.
But how many years have you been doing that?
I can't remember.
Because you've been doing that for a very long time as well.
Yeah, quite a number of years now.
Yeah.
I can't remember really. It was back when we were at the art gallery.
Do you think about 10 years?
Maybe.
Maybe around there?
Could be. Maybe not that long.
Who used to host it before? Was it Malmo?
Yeah, they didn't really have a program.
It's more just people speaking. And...
There was a guy that...
Oh, there was a guy, whatever.
That was running 420 for us, but was not doing very well.
Oh, okay. Getting into the juicy dirt here. Just
all of us involved got into this massive fucking email fucking war about shit. And and kind of all towards this guy who was...
Uh-oh.
But at any rate, I questioned one thing or another, and he wrote back, "Do you think you can do any better?
Is that a challenge?
You have no idea what it takes, whatever." And I said, you actually have no idea what I can do, because you have no idea what I've done in my life or what's brought me to this moment, right? So I took it over. I said, I'll fucking show you. That falling out happened with him, and then I said, yeah, fuck, I'll host it.
That's cool.
Watch this. And quite frankly, we have run that show all these years perfectly.
Yes. It's been a success since I've been coming around. That's for sure.
Yeah, backstage.
It's inspiring.
Stage stuff has been so amazing each and every time. And all the crews that work with us say, we've never worked with a better fucking setup than this. You guys are so chill and so fucking on it.
It's true.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they're good.
It's been.
We have a very big good
clock,
volunteers.
and it fucking clicks sometimes. As it clicks, we're on schedule, right? And go, wow, that's cool.
That's true.
And then when something would happen where someone was delayed or anything, they didn't show up, it would just fucking all spin around by itself and go right back on time. Adam Bone and I did the stage for a number of years together, and we were just blown away by it. And now, same with me and Creed now. So,
yeah,
it's
shout outs to Creed.
It's way fun, and I can't believe it. I can't believe that I can do this. Like, this is a major thing.
I watch you do it every year.
No, but the opportunity is what I'm talking about, right? Like, wow, this is the fucking coolest thing in a major city in the world that's been going on for all these years, is not going on anywhere else.
No.
Could never happen.
It's huge.
And it's become huge.
The turnout is huge.
And I get to have a hand in organizing it and being the host, for fuck's sakes. Like, wow, I am.
Isn't it a crazy feeling
honored
to look out from the stage to see how many people are there, checking it out, supporting the cause, dancing, having a good time?
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
Honored to be able to put it together, and how beautiful it comes together year after year after year. We are blessed, I think. So yeah, we're back at Sunset Beach with Expected
cannot wait.
50,000.
I cannot wait. It's
You
going
ain't-
to be so cool. And I am doing all that I can to make sure that we have a sunny day. I'm going to do my sun dance every single day.
Well, we've been very lucky over the years, I gotta say.
Even when it rains, it's true. It'll still
It'll
clear
still
up
clear
for
up by
420.
420.
That's very, very true.
But we're ready for anything usually.
true.
And so on it goes. We're just shopping for talent now to hope to have some fun headliner or two maybe for the day. It's gotten so big, all right, that we want to
It's got to be. It's got to
kind
be a
of kick it
banger.
into. It started with nothing. And that's why it exists, is because it started with nothing and built from there.
We
right?
gave it a meaning.
It wasn't like somebody said, "Hey, let's have a big festival
No.
and got a stage and
No.
fucking sound."
Not at all.
This happened with a few people at the art gallery where dealers, in fact, did get arrested. Right? And it grew from there each year. There was more and more people. And as more and more people came, the braver they got, because the police were now pushed to the outer, and there became more people than the police, and they weren't able to maybe make the action that they, and then it kept growing.
It's true.
I remember the very first guy that ever held up a sign at 420. This was at the art gallery, and people used to sit on the steps, and they were packed. And he sat in the middle. He had a sign maybe about that big, and it said pot and the number 4 sale. And he had the most stoic look on his face the entire day. He never smiled. He never fucking did anything.
Wow.
I never watched him to see how but he had a sign, and that started it. The next year, way more people brought signs.
Well, everyone was like,
Right.
we're going to bring a sign next
Yeah.
year. What the hell? How come he
And
brought a
then the-
sign? What the hell?
Yeah, and then the next year, people walked around with signs, and then they walked around with weed, and
And then they started
they
pitching
brought
tents.
a table, and that's how it happened, right? It was that slow, and to the point where it is now, and that's why it can happen, right?
Yeah.
Because it grew at that speed rather than being, right? And they can't stop it now because it got way bigger than they could ever stop.
I think
now.
it's so cool that you have been a part of this for so long. And you've seen everything just
Yeah,
becoming
pretty-
what it is now and growing from the beginning of Pot TV, the beginning of 420. That's amazing.
Yeah, pretty lucky, gotta say. And to have met the wonderful people that I've met all around the world, and
Right?
the fabulous cannabis community that we've had here.
I love our community. I love our cannabis community here. Makes me very, very happy.
Yeah, it's fucking a good crew of people throughout our city and family that have been going at it a long time, like
Yep.
Butter King and
Shout
you
outs to
know,
Butter King.
yeah. Weeds, Don and Carol, they've been at it a very long time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
people-
Yeah.
And, everybody's still going at it. Neil
That's true.
Magnuson's been out there a long time. Malma
That's very
Levine,
true.
like fucking from the day one, a lot of these folks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been working hard in
Very
Vancouver.
true. We've lost a few good ones too.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That
We've
one.
lost a lot of really amazing people from our community who we still hold very dearly to our hearts. But without them, we wouldn't be where we are now too. I think every person has a purpose in our community.
Yeah.
That's what makes our community so strong though, which I love.
Yeah, it's a worldwide thing. People
Mm-hmm.
have struggled over the prohibition of cannabis fucking everywhere, right? Like every corner of the earth has been struck with this fucking nonsense
Yep.
about making marijuana illegal. So,
Everyone's talking about it.
yeah, it's crazy that
everywhere.
it's ever gone on,
Mhm.
right? I listen to a lot of reggae music. And the whole fucking thing, Rastafarian, it's all born out of this prejudice against fucking ganja, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they use the ganja. Everybody uses the ganja to fucking oppress somebody. They could arrest a Rasta because he was associated and had marijuana. They didn't have to arrest him because he was a Rasta, because that's what they wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
So people have used it everywhere to fucking work on the people who they don't like. because there's marijuana involved. All right, it's
Yeah.
fucked up.
It
The whole
is.
thing. Just leave us alone. They should just leave us alone.
I
We
know.
fucking
We don't
worked
need.
this out.
We don't need help. You know, everyone thinks we need help. We don't need any help. We got this. We're okay.
No one's ever been hurt by cannabis. Isn't that the bottom line?
Yes.
Is that all? Do we need more information than that? So they're not being hurt now. They haven't been hurt before. Why the fuck do you think they're going to be hurt again in the future?
Actually, it's only beneficial things
Yeah.
happen with cannabis. Literally proven fact.
So our governments, in their nignog ways of trying to legalize shit, don't even
It's not even legalizing.
They don't look at the plant.
Yeah.
They haven't come and looked at cannabis. You go, wow, what the fuck are you people paid to do?
No, because if
can't
they
you get
did,
out-
their
can't you-
studies would be much different.
Well, yeah, can't you get out
Right?
of your fucking office and go look at the substance that you're going to legalize? Get a feel for it? Have a look? The fuck, wouldn't you do that at a meat packing plant? Right? Or everything else? Isn't that what you do?
Yeah.
No, not with cannabis. They said, no, we're not going to look at the substance. You go, really? You're going to legalize a substance in my world that you're telling me is dangerous, and you won't fucking look at it? What is that?
Yeah.
Do you do that with
Ignorance.
Do you do that with dynamite? Right? Are you lying about everything?
Yeah.
Are you not looking at anything? You're not looking at gasoline. You're not looking at alcohol. You're not looking at not looking. Is that what you're doing? You're just fucking not looking?
Mhm.
And that's what they're doing. And they should be fucking fired. All of these people.
Yep.
All of them. Not all of them. Yeah, all of them. What the fuck?
Not
We
all
don't
of them.
need them.
Yeah, all of them. Get rid of them all.
Well, they're all complex.
Start fucking fresh.
If they're not generating this kind of shit themselves, they're allowing it to happen and voting for it, right? Like the regulations that they've offered us here in Canada and now provincially in BC, it's like we're fucking 6 years old,
I know.
treating us like children over a substance that doesn't hurt anyone. Doesn't hurt anyone. What the fuck?
They haven't even smoked it. They don't even know what they're talking about either.
No, but they should be measuring this stuff accurately. They aren't even doing that. They're just wicked and corrupt, right? They fucking hate marijuana. I don't know why.
I don't understand it.
It's because it's never hurt anyone.
It's mind-boggling.
So they don't really, maybe they don't hate marijuana, but they hate anybody who stood up against their evil laws,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It's true.
The government here they got to have a guilty conscience
Yeah.
for having done this to people. And they've had many meetings trying to figure out how to get out from under that or how to get around it, right? For sure they've done that. They're afraid to go anywhere near that they were wrong or that they are corrupt or that prohibition fucking hurt people. And then they're responsible. They won't go there.
No, they'll never admit to that.
No.
Never.
And by not admitting to it, it allows them to continue their deception that this is somehow dangerous. They've
They're in
lied so
denial.
long. Yeah,
Yep.
they've lied so long they can't stop lying because they'll get caught having lied before.
That's right.
So they don't want to. And that's sad. Our
Yeah.
government officials are not nearly being made to be responsible for their actions, right? They're let off the hook all the time doing whatever the fuck they want. Because
very
the general
true.
population goes, oh, well, that's the government. You go, well, no, that's you. You and me. It's not the government. We let them do it. Everything that they do.
It's true. We have
don't
power
hold them
in number.
responsible. Yeah, like
Think about it.
we won't get off our couches and go down there. These people respond to people complaining. Hey? And the fucking prohibitionists are good at complaining. And they go, see, this is what people want. These are all the complaints we got. It's from these people. Right? So if we were more prepared to go and talk to each and every one of them, all of us, all the time,
Yeah,
they'd start fucking doing what we want because
that's
it's
right.
out in the open and they know now.
Well, that's why these events that we hold here in Vancouver, like the 420 rally and the marijuana march, things like that are very important. And I think it's important that people show up for things like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and that definitely stand. We should all be standing together and saying it's not what we want. We don't agree with it. Leave us the hell alone. Leave marijuana alone completely, please.
Yeah.
Like, let us do our thing.
Well,
And
420
yeah.
and these things have grown into a thing that is kind of beyond our protest a little bit.
Not marijuana, or
Right.
not the marijuana march. I
No,
find.
not the march.
I find
more,
it needs to be bigger.
Yeah, it's
because
hard.
that
It's
one's
hard
more
to get it big.
Yeah, that
after
one's more of
420.
instead of a protestival, it's more of just a protest.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So.
it's 2 weeks after 420, so it's hard to muster a large crowd again that quickly.
Oh, come
It always
on.
has been.
Oh, come on. I want to
Yeah.
see a big turnout.
But, yeah, no, the media this year, they turned to the organizers and said, so, when are you going to end this? They're going to legalize it. What's the protest? They just fucking hate it. They all hate it. I don't get it. Like, I appreciate the Parks Board hating it because 50,000 people are coming down there, but they shouldn't hate it as much as they do.
No.
Right? So
No, it's
we're
silly.
very responsible. And the biggest talks that we have at the meetings is about cleaning the park, making sure that we clean the park as much. We're going to hire professionals this year. We've always relied upon volunteers, but this got really big really fast. From the art gallery to this got really big, and we kind of underestimated how many volunteers and how many volunteers actually end up being
It's trial
there
and error.
at the end of the day.
We learn.
But this year we're going to get professionals in to go just fucking.
We were never here.
Laying a popsicle stick
Never
on the
happened.
ground.
Yeah.
And we've also researched the idea of actually putting a floor under the whole thing, from front to back, a floor.
That'd be awesome. I
to
like that.
protect the grass.
I like that idea a lot.
Massive amount of money, but maybe we'll find some sort of sponsor to put the floor down.
That's right.
So it gets bigger and
try.
better each year, and
That's right.
so we'll be out there having a lot of fun, and it'll be fun to be there with you.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be a great year. This is going to be a very, 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 very good year. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I've always been a part of it, but for the last, I don't even know how many years. But yeah, I definitely cannot wait to stand on the stage with you and rock it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, we'll work it all out, how that all goes. There's going to be some other aspects, too. I've been trying to get, we have a video screen, big video screen. That I'm going to start working a little closer
So people
with
can
those
see what's
people.
going on the stage from further back.
Yes, and for advertising purposes
Yeah.
for the sponsors. And then now we're talking about getting another big screen halfway back in the festival so that everybody can see right from there.
That's cool.
And then I thought it'd be really cool if I could get a camera guy out there so that the person right there that he's got the camera on is on that big screen right fucking there in the middle of the festival. And I think people would really think
Oh,
that
yeah, like
was
a
fun.
concert
See
kind of,
themselves
Oh, yeah.
on that screen right
yeah,
here.
That'd be really cool for sure.
And maybe go out and do some interviews, just
Yeah.
live updates from the middle of the festival. We've never done that before. Right? Everything's been on stage.
It's true. Yeah. We're
So
evolving.
I think it would
It's going to be good.
involve everybody a little bit. Be fun.
Yeah,
So-
I look forward to it.
Got lots of plans. One of the girls at work, Tara, she's from Iran. Spectacularly beautiful girl, and bangled and colorful and fun. And she has joined a circus
Oh my God, that is so cool. Is she going to bring?
called Northern Lights. The circus is called Northern Lights.
Oh, that is
Oddly
so
enough,
cool.
and having
A
nothing
strain
to do.
of cannabis.
Yeah. And so I said, well, next time you're going to a meeting or whatever, they haven't really started or formed yet or something. I don't know. I said, hey, maybe you guys want to do something that just play around at
Why not?
420 and run through the crowd or juggle or do whatever, right? So yesterday she said, tomorrow I'm going to see my clown family.
My clown family.
So, oh, okay.
So I'm going to ask them.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Three of my staff have joined the circus. 2 in one circus and 1 in another. 3
That's
of them
funny.
live in their trucks.
That's
It's crazy.
It doesn't surprise me with the circus life for some reason.
Well, there you go.
Well, it was awesome having you on the show, Greg.
Yeah, thrilled to be here. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Love hanging out with you always.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have you here on the Sunday because I'm so used to seeing you on Wednesdays, and I've
Yeah.
always wanted you to come down to my place of work and also where I do the show. So I'm so happy that you
Yeah.
finally found some time to do that.
Yeah, me
The
too.
universe has lined it all up, and it's worked out just fine now.
Yes,
So
it
I'm
was
happy
fun.
about that. Yeah,
And
we had to grab some coffee, and you got to explore the neighborhood. We went on a walk.
a walk. This girl fucking walks fast. Hey, she's
Apparently
motoring
I
just pounding
Apparently, I
out
do walk
there.
really fast, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Charlie, come here, sweetie.
Come on,
Come
Chuck.
here. Come on. Oh, my little baby. Come here.
Whoa.
Isn't she so cute? Hi. Hi.
Yes. Oh, pretty happy. She's
Well,
a happy dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah. I know, right? Seems so soon. It's going to be
Oh,
good.
it's going to throw the week off fucking completely. No, won't have any idea what day it is anymore.
It's nice that way, though. It's going to be a relaxing week for me. I'm excited about that.
And not much different.
No driving for me.
No driving?
Nope.
Huh.
Gonna stay out off the driving for a little while, I think. By choice, of course. By choice.
That's good.
Well, yeah. So thanks for tuning in to the show, and thanks for being on the show.
My pleasure.
And make sure that you guys stay tuned for all of the other amazing shows on Pot TV. You've got the 420 Lifestyle shows on Monday with Carly Marley and BC Bud Gal. Tuesday is our day of rest.
Yeah.
Wednesday will come sooner than we think.
Yes,
and
it
that's from
will.
Under the Influence
Just
with
like that. It'll be
myself,
Wednesday.
Marijuana Man, and Al the Alchemist, who is missing right now. Missing in action.
We should have called him.
And then we should have. That would have been good. Oh, next time. Thursday is Expert Joints Live with Craig X. And then Friday, sometimes Jer likes to do cannabis news.
Sure.
Sometimes he doesn't. Saturday is High Noon with Boss Lissa, one of the most amazing shows. And Miles.
And Miles.
Miles likes to be there too. Yeah. Old man Miles.
Miles.
And then back to me Sundays.
That's
Full
a
week
full
of-
week.
Full week of
Yeah.
awesome shows with awesome hosts on Pot TV. So make sure you guys go to the Facebook page to watch us live. We're live on YouTube. And yeah,
And right here.
you're always welcome to come down to
Commercial
my
Drive.
Yep, come down to the
And
dispensary, say hi,
Hastings
and
Street.
same with your dispensary on Broadway too.
Yep. Come on down.
Come on down and say hello. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, and we will see you next week.
See you later.
Ciao.